Hello, beautiful. Welcome back to Charla's YouTube channel. I'm super happy you're here. Today, I'm so excited about this video. I do have a disclaimer for this video. This is not my original idea. I got it off of a Instagram reel, and I cannot remember who it was or exactly what the page was that I saw it on, but it was really great. I really loved the reel, and I'm just gonna take you through it a little bit more in detail. So I hope you guys get some good out of this video, and thank you for watching. Okay, so basically in the reel, this guy is in an interview, and he's telling this other man that he got on Chat GPT and he typed in, if you were the devil, what would you do to make someone unsuccessful? And it listed out all the things, ChatGPT thinks, the devil would do to make someone unsuccessful. So I'm going to go through that list, and then we're going to kind of flip it and do the opposite of the list. Okay, so I'm going to read off my little list here, and it's 10 things that ChatGPT came up with that it thinks the devil would do when he wants to make someone unsuccessful. So, number 1 is plant fear in their mind. So, fear of rejection, fear of not being successful, doubts, I'm assuming. And then number 2 was procrastination. So, getting distracted, putting things off, not being disciplined in what you said you were going to do. The third one is distort their identity. So maybe making someone feel like that's not really who they are, they're not good enough for that, and distracting them from who they are as a person. Number 4 is surround them with negative influences. So, negative influences, a few come to my mind of just social media nowadays, the news, anything that's negative and that's influencing your life that you're consuming. Number 5 is feed comparison. So, this goes in with negative influences in social media, but comparing yourself to other people around you, to people on social media. Number 6 is distract from purpose. So this kind of goes into distort your identity, but distract from purpose. So I can think of a few things of us just getting busy with life, getting distracted with little things that go wrong and focusing on that instead of what we're actually supposed to be doing. Number 7, destroy self-discipline. So maybe putting doubts in your mind that you're not good enough, you're not disciplined, giving you kind of like that personality of self-doubt and not having discipline. Number 8, which I actually think this one should probably be closer to the top of the list, but number 8 is separate from God. So separating from all hope, from all joy and happiness and forgiveness. And number 9, highlight past mistakes. So ruminating on the mistakes that we've made in the past, the things that we're not proud of, and not moving on from that, kind of ruminating in those things that we failed. Number 10, convince them they're alone. So isolating them, making them feel like they're alone, like no one understands you, no one really gets who you are. Maybe trying to isolate yourself from friends. I know I definitely have felt that one before. Okay, so that was the list. That was the 10 things that ChatGPT came up with that it thought the devil would do when it wants to make someone unsuccessful. So what I did was write all the things down opposite of that list, because obviously if that's the list that's going to make someone unsuccessful, then if you reverse it, you're going to be successful. Okay, so this is my interpretation of the reversed list. Number one, and I'll probably try to go into more detail in each of these. I would love to do that. Please let me know in the comments if you want me to make a video on like each of these positive attributes and how you can achieve that. Number one is believing in yourself. So, not having fear, knowing that you are going to be successful, you are going to do what you said you were going to accomplish. And number two, consistency. So instead of procrastination, you're consistent. You get things done. The things that need to be done, you get them done. You don't procrastinate. You don't get distracted. You just get in there and do it. And I will make a little side note. I used to make a lot of to-do lists and things like that. And I still do sometimes, but I feel like what's the most helpful with not getting overwhelmed and staying on track and getting things done is I heard this from another thing I heard from someone else, but it was from this amazing girl. She has a YouTube channel and I'm sorry, don't know her name, but she said if something takes 2 minutes or less, do it now. And that really, really, really helps me stay on track and not get overwhelmed of all the little things that I need to do. And when you make a to-do list, I would say sometimes it's helpful, but also sometimes I feel like it just kind of puts your mind in a state of, oh my gosh, look at all the things that I need to do. But when you kind of just think of one thing, finish that thing, and then obviously go to the next thing, I don't see a need to overwhelm yourself. Anyways, okay, back on track. So number three. So the opposite of this was distort your identity. And my opposite interpretation was to know who you are in God, to know who you are in Christ, know your value, know that you have a purpose in life, know that God has a plan for your life, and that you're a treasure and you're very, very, very valuable, and you should treat yourself like that. Okay, anyways, number four. The opposite of this was negative influences. So obviously positive influences. Who are you hanging out with? Who are you spending time with? Do you feel good after you hung out with them? Do you feel like you had good conversation, uplifting conversation, positive conversation? Or do you feel like it was more kind of drama and talking bad about other people? Which I completely understand. I definitely have been there myself sometimes. So, but we're still working on that one. But yeah, who are you surrounding yourself with? Are your friends uplifting? Do they, I have amazing friends now, and it's very much more, our conversations are usually much more, how can we do better? And much less on other people. Number five. So number five, the opposite of this was feed comparison. So number five, the opposite, don't compare. Love instead. Don't compare yourself to other people. I've definitely, all these things, I'm like, oh yeah, I can relate to that. I started practicing this thing where every time I see someone that is, because I'm a person, if I see someone so gorgeous, I very much get intimidated. I'm like, oh my gosh, she's so pretty. Like, she's so much better than me. Like, I have a really bad habit of that. So I started this new thing where every time I see a girl that's really pretty, like in the gym or anywhere I go, I smile at her and I try to like say hi or, say, oh, give her a compliment, like, oh, your eyes are so pretty. And it totally shifts your mindset to love. Like, this person is another human being. It's not that they're better than me. No one's better or worse than anyone. It's just, it shifts your mindset instead of comparing to loving them. And it's so amazing. I love it. Anyways, number six. So number six on the devil's side was distract from your purpose. And number six on the opposite side of that would be focused, be focused on your purpose, be focused on what you're trying to accomplish and what you're doing. And I know a lot of people are like, well, I don't know what my purpose is. And I will say that if you pray for it, God will reveal that to you. Pray to God, what are the talents that you have given me? Like, show me how to use them in the way that you want me to use them. And He will tell you. Just sit there, listen, and it may not happen on the first try. I definitely am still learning a lot of things, and I don't have everything figured out, but I'm doing my best, and I'm doing what I feel like is right and what I'm supposed to be doing. Anyways, okay, I need to stay focused. Number 7, be disciplined. So instead of destroying your self-discipline, be disciplined. I will say one book that I read that has really, really helped me with this, because when I think of self-discipline, my mind, I don't know about you, but my mind automatically goes to waking up early in the morning. And I don't know if that's just because, like, that's something that people struggle with a lot, or that's something that I struggle, I don't know. But the 5-second rule by Mel Robbins is an amazing, amazing book on not procrastinating and just doing the thing that you said that you were going to do. And it's helped me so much with when I say I'm going to do something, I don't really think about it anymore. Like, it's not a debate. Like, I feel like when you give in to that debate with yourself, like, oh, I really don't want to do cardio today, which I struggle with that one, but I really don't want to do cardio today. When you give into that debate, you go back and forth and you're like, oh no, not today. It's okay. But when you already have it made up in your mind, like decided, this is what I do Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. Like, this is what I do. This is my routine. I don't vary from that routine. This is what I do. That helps you so much with just staying disciplined. When you just make the choice, you don't think about it. You don't argue with yourself. You don't put, oh, I'm really tired today. Like, just do it. If anything, just try. Just try. Okay. Number 8 on the devil's side was separate from God. And number 8 on the opposite side would obviously be connect with God. Connect with God daily. I put talk to God daily. So, talking to God throughout your day, praying, reading the Bible, stay focused on that relationship with God. And number 9 is to forgive yourself. Forgive yourself for your past, for the things that you've failed at, for the mistakes that you've made. So forgive yourself. Ask for forgiveness from God, and then forgive yourself. God forgave you. There's no reason for you to hold on to something that you did that was really embarrassing, and you really wish that you wouldn't have done that, but you did it anyway. It's done. It's done. It's in the past. It doesn't matter anymore. Okay, so number 10, the opposite, the devil's side, was convince them they're alone. So number 10, obviously the opposite of that would be you are not alone. You're never alone. There is always someone else who's going through something, struggling with something that is kind of similar to your situation. God is faithful. You have friends. There's so many people around you that I feel like sometimes we isolate ourselves. We really do. We isolate ourselves from other people, from the opportunities of meeting other people, and then we feel alone. You are not alone. So a couple things. Also, God is faithful. God is never going to leave you. God will never forsake you. A couple verses that I wrote down for this was Lamentations 3:22-23. And it says, "The steadfast love of the Lord never ceases. His mercies never come to an end. They are new every morning. Great is your faithfulness." And then another one, Psalms 105, "For the Lord is good, and his love endures forever. His faithfulness continues through all generations." It doesn't say some generations. It doesn't say every other one generation. It says all generations. He is always there for you. He was always there to help you. He's always there to listen to your problems. He's always there to comfort you. Like sometimes if I'm, feeling super alone and overwhelmed and I don't know what I'm going to do, I'll just write all my feelings to him. I'll just write all my feelings out to God. I'll write them all out, tell them to him, and then say, please help me with this. Help me do better. Help me feel better. Whatever the problem is, just like help me with it. And it really just brings a comfort to your soul. All right, everyone. So I think that's all I had for the video. Let me know down in the comments if you want me to go into more detail of the positive side of the list and, how to do that. I would absolutely love to do that. It actually sounds really fun. I might go ahead and start that. But let me know if that's something that you'd be interested in. And I can't wait to see you guys in the next video. Bye.